Hey, what's up, everybody? Onepeg here. This one's going to be kind of short and sweet. It has to do with the AP system and how I genuinely believe that it's currently broken. Long and short of it is not possible for any human, really, to obtain demigod without some serious levels of shenanigans, likely software-related, and or having your full team of people basically feed you every possible thing that you could get in order to be able to get demigod to begin with. Okay, so I want to go and look at the leaderboard real quick, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on. As of last night, about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the leaderboard went live, which also ended up coincidentally coming with a whole bunch of new quests. So now we have the ability to at least get the 50-point rep level of neutral with the armor, the weaponsmith, leathersmith, etc., etc. A whole lot more quests opened up this time around, and it also looks like we can get like the level 2 set of rep on a couple of other vendors, but we can talk about that in a different video. On to the leaderboard section, though, it looks like there's more of the same. We already have people that are up in like the purple level of ranks on solo, duo, and in trio. We have people that are even getting up to exemplar. However, there is a problem with this that I want to illustrate. If we go and look at the details section, this drop down in the details area gives us an idea of what each required rep level is to get ranks, how many points you would need for each threshold, and then the entry costs to get in. Now, if you look at Goblin Caves, the first section of this doesn't look like it's all that bad. This is numbers that we've seen before, and the amount of rep or whatever that it takes, the AP amounts that it takes to get from rank to rank seems somewhat the same. But once you start getting down here toward the bottom is when things start getting a little bit crazy. Exemplar 3, not impossible, right? But the entry cost is 800. Then it goes up to 1,000 and then 1,200 for an entry fee for Exemplar 1. If you start looking at Howling Crypts, that jumps to 1,500 for Exemplar 1 and 1,700 for Demigod. Now, for those of you that haven't been paying attention or haven't seen this up until this point, this is about a 3x amount versus what it was last season. And there's an awful lot of people that were getting demigod, don't get me wrong, there was an awful lot of capes getting handed out. But when you look at the possibility of being able to hit these ranks between GC, Frostmountain, if you're playing in duos, and then Crypts and trios, it starts to really, really squeeze you. The main issue is the amount of AP that can be generated from a run like this is not nearly that high on your like average run. For someone to be able to pull that off, you're talking like for GC, for instance, you're talking killing the boss, hitting the treasure pile, like the full treasure pile, walking out with a ton of items, and getting at least, like, say, half the lobby worth of player kills. There's been an increase in the amount of AP that player kills generates. Now it's about 100 per player if you kill a player, which is kind of nice. But the treasure got kind of devalued a little bit, and the amount of money or the amount of AP that you're getting for killing mobs, etc., is going up by ever so much. But the amount of AP that people are walking out with is about the same as what it was before. So in order for you to really be able to pull this off, you have to clear like full lobbies of people and kill the boss and hit the treasure piles in order to be able to generate just the entry fee cost. Last season, the average run for somebody that did really well was around 1,300 to 1,500. You're not really going to be doing much more than that on a perfect run. And guys that were capable of getting to demigod last season were doing it in about 30 raids if they had basically perfect runs the entire time. I mean, starting off in Ruins, going through the whole of Ruins, going through the whole of Crypts, killing the boss in Inferno, and killing every mini-boss, looting all the things, taking out tons of treasure, all of that stuff, and min-maxing the heck out of the game. They were walking out with about 1,300 to 1,500 points worth of stuff. The high end of this, especially on the solo side, it feels unrealistic. And I'm sure that they have some amount of like statistical analysis or whatever that they've been able to do on their end. But to me, this is going to push out an awful lot of people from the highest ranks. And if I'm being completely honest, to do this consistently would require people to be doing some like inhuman levels of gaming, if you understand what I mean. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be going into the game as soon as this video is live. I'll be live. We'll be going through and looking at all the AP numbers, trying to determine, like, you know, min-max strategies and all that stuff like we did with the last video. And, you know, we'll figure it out, see what there is to see. Okay? Thanks so much for coming and checking this out, everybody. My name, once again, is Onepeg. If you like the content, please consider subbing the channel. It really, really does matter. I appreciate all of your eyeballs. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.